Greetings to Dr. Noor Khan. I'm Punitha Balakrishnan, matrix number A20A1911. Today, I would like to present on the introduction of our case study on designing a pay structure. So, let's see what is HRM. HRM is Human Resource Management, where it is a practice where recruiting, hiring, deploying, and managing an organization happens. Usually, the HR department of a corporation or organization is normally in charge of developing, implementing, and managing rules that regulate workers and the firm's interaction with its employees. Now, let's see on what is pay structure. Pay structure is a set of compensation grades, levels, and bands used to connect position in hierarchy or series. Pay structure also establishes a framework for implementing incentive policies and methods in an organization. Now, let's see on designing pay structure. Designing pay structure involves evaluating jobs and establishing associated salary ranges and grades based on the market data. A well-designed and transparent pay structure helps an organization attract and retain talent, be perceived as fair and equitable. Now, let's see on what is Human Resource Director and their roles. Human Resource Director is the highest ranking HR role in a firm and normally in charge of 3 areas, which includes culture, capabilities, and talent. Human Resource Director plays role in planning, leading, directing, developing, and coordinating the HR department's policies, operations, and staff as assuring legal compliance and the implementation of the organization purpose and talent strategy. Thank you.
I'm RENUGASHINIE KUMARASEN here, my metric number A21B3051. The main human resource issues that occur among the employees and top management in the organization need to be identified by the human resource management. The issues need to be investigated and a solution need to be taken. There are several issues identified from the given case study in designing the best pay structure for the organization. The first issue is Human Resource Director need to create a compensation system that is equitable for all of the employees. Paying all the employees fair and reasonable salary is hard task, and any mistake might lead to labor's rights issue in the organization. While designing the pay structure, there should be no discrimination based on gender, age, and race. It is for sure there will be employees from different race, both male and female, and also employees from different age level. Any prejudice in this matter could cause a lot of trouble and even lead to employees walk out. Other than that, the compensation structure must be equitable depending on the employee's position and education level too. For example, if the operation analyst and front desk receptionist being paid same amount of salary, it won't be fair. Next, the Human Resource Director need to make sure to observe all of the employees' working performance, since the employees who are working in achieving organization goal need to be fairly rewarded. As the number of employees in the engineering firm is a lot, it is going to be a difficult challenge in building a fairly compensation structure. But a best solution needs to be found.
The first issue is the ever-growing fierce competition, as we know that every company is willing to pay top dollar to hire talented employees, but only companies with high budget can do that. Companies whose financial budget is not high enough or is undergoing restructuring might not change their existing pay structure in a short period of time. Expectation gap of employees is far more different in reality. This issue is less on money issues but on social issues such as working environment, level of hostility, and the corporate's culture. If the employee does not accept the company's culture, then they are willing to switch other companies even though the existing pay is lucrative. Talks about the reputation and the name branding of a company. Since most employees will want to work with well-known companies, they would likely to not consider working in SMEs and companies that are new to the market, even though they offer better benefits than the competition. And that is the end of my part. Thank you.
I am THUNESWARI PERIASAMY. My metric number is A20A2043. The third issue when a human resource director at Chattanooga Tennis designed a pay structure is identify and determine the ability to pay the wages by organization. The labor union has a big role in a firm. The union expects their influence for a better wages and allowances through the conversation and legal document with the representative of the management. If they fail in their conversation, raise the wages and alternative allowances through the conversation and legal document, they resort to strike an alternative strategy whenever by the provision of labors is restricted. Like usually, the labor union frequently demanded for a raise in salaries or wages in the firm's profit in basis the firm able to pay the employees. Sometimes the labor union rapidly asks for increase in wages every year. However, the supply and demand influence the basic determination of the wages rate of the single firm. Moreover, the employees will leave the firm for a better salary job if the company has lower gross profit margin and cannot afford to pay a competitive rate to them. This is because the demand and mobility of the employees are high. Furthermore, this situation also can make frictional unemployment in the economic. But still, because of lack of perfect knowledge or alternative and problems of labor's immobility will make the adjustment is neither immediate nor perfect. This firm need to pay a better rate if the firm highly success with more profit. Thus, the HR director at Chattanooga Tennis has to consider this point when he designed a pay structure.
My name is EVELEEN XAVIER, metric number 820A1326. A wage structure has a wide-ranging impact on an organization. The pay structure must be fair in order for employees to be satisfied with their salary, or else it will cause employees to lose interest and eventually their productivity, which will have a negative impact on the organization. In addition, employees who are unsatisfied with their employment fee may call in sick on a frequent basis, demonstrating that the organization are losing their resources, which is labor. Moreover, finances must be addressed when developing a compensation structure because it must be within the organization's financial capacity. While constructing the pay structure, the pay range is specified from least to maximum based on the employee's talents, expertise, and position. The organization must have a budget before developing a pay structure since it establishes a maximum amount for a position before determining the pay range. Otherwise, there will be not enough money to spend on other resources that will leave negative impact on the overall growth of the organization.
Hello, my name is SASHVINDERJEET, daughter of JASWANT SINGH. My matrix number is A20A2267 and I'm going to present how does these issues affect the organization. The issues are as shown, which is first is work performance, second is reputation and branding, third is the competition in business is ever growing and fierce. Work performance. The employee that worked over a longer period, which is 5 years and more, doesn't mean that their work performance is good, but constant, whereas the new employees more than 1 year with new skills perform their work with excellence and more productive is more capable to perform in work assigned. Therefore, the pay for the longer working periods are usually high as they have worked over the years, but it doesn't sum up with their work performance, whereas the new employees get lower pay even when their work performance is way more better and good than the longer period employees. This will lead the new employees feeling dissatisfied as most companies and businesses nowadays pay good and high pay to newbies based on their work performance. Thus, the employees in the company will apply for jobs in other companies which offers high pay. Thus, this will affect the organization's work performance. Second is reputation and branding. Well-known company in businesses will most likely to be competitive in pay structure matters. The company will most likely offer a competitive salary as it can raise and also affect the reputation and branding of the company's organization. If the pay offered is low, the company reputation and branding will fall. Due to this, the manpower in the organization will fall and also the demand to work in the company falls. This will lead to investors might also withdraw as the reputation and branding of the company falls. Thus, this issue can affect the whole organization planning and work movement. The third is the competition in business is ever growing and fierce. It can affect the company's financial department. As to attract the new talents, the company have to prepare a great pay structure to attract them to work in the company. The pay and the environment must be balanced so that it can attract more talents to join the company. The greater the pay and a greater environment will solve this issue. Thus, the lower the pay structure, the lower the possibility of being chosen as the company to work in.
Hi, my name is SITINURFIZAH, number metric A20A2001. Today, I would like to discuss the analysis of fairness issue and recommendation to solve them. Before that, we must understand that fair compensation doesn't mean employees receive the same amount of salary, instead paying them according to their performance and their experience. To solve this problem, HRM must decide on a better compensation strategy. Compensation strategy that can be used is such as a practice effectiveness model, where a base wage determined by HRM based on particular practice performance. For example, HRM will send a survey to specific customer, such as customer satisfaction survey. If the client provide the employee a positive review, then the employee bonus will be increased. The benefit of this model are it helps workers to improve their reputation of work in the future. Next, HRM need to involve the executive team and gain their trust so that they can update employee compensation plan. HRM must find a way to support employees so that they can feel valued and fairness is there for them. Next, the following way is through communication. There are a case where the company cannot pay employees salaries at all times if their work is not good enough. Therefore, rather than remaining silent, it is better to explain why others get pay raises and they don't. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is ZAIKHA binti ISHAIFUL. My metric number A20A1374. So this is other recommendation based on the issues, which is the organization or human resource management needs to create and provide training or specialized skills and knowledge to all employees. This is able to provide yearly exposure to employees and also improve the existing skill and knowledge in each employee to be more practical and quality. With this, a company only use low cost to hire trainers or employ other employees who have good work quality to help colleagues increase their work potential. Next, the organization needs to reanalyze employee to determine the amount of pay that is commensurate with the work they do. With this, they can avoid any dissatisfactions among employees and prevent the company from losing the high quality employee. Therefore, human resource management needs to re-evaluate each employee so that the reward they receive are fair.
Hi, my name is NADIA binti SHAHIDAN and my number metric is A20A1714. Now I will continue the presentation, which is according to the third issue, when a human resource director at Chattanooga 10 design a pay structure, is identify and determine the ability to pay the wages by the organization. There are a few methods to solve the issue, which is commission for the employees. Commission is the sum of cash paid of achievement or sale or adjective. It is ordinarily a settled percentage of the cost of products sold or the value of a contract service. The real amount of payment for the commission is depend to the quantity and the value of sales and can be different from the payment to payment. Next is salary. Salary is an annual total, not based upon amount of time work or efficiency. Depending on the employer requirement, the salary is separate into equal payment each pay period. Meanwhile, for the tax and benefits must be separate from the salary. Lastly is hourly wages. Hourly wages is the payment that need the organisation pay to their employees for each hour work. The employer cannot pay a wages lower than the minimum hour wages amount. The contract work hours and safety standard at state, the hourly employees must be received 1.5 times from their base pay for any hour work from 40 weeks of work. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is LUQMAN HAKIM bin JASNI, matrix number A20B1432. Conclusion. In conclusion, we can conclude that a pay designing system must be developed for many jobs. According to studies, a fair designing pay structure is one of the most efficient methods of maintaining and encouraging people. When developing a pay designing structure, numerous critical components must be considered. The newly appointed Human Resource Director for an engineering consulting business is entrusted with the responsibility of recruiting and determining pay designing for a variety of positions within the corporation. According to Coyne and Henneman, workers were more happy with the pay level when they had favorable attitude about pay for performance, favorable attitude on their job design, and favorable attitude toward pay fairness. Pay design effect on the other human resource system given the organization decision to enhance the base wage in order to attract and retain high performers. The organization or the compensation plans for jobs such as salespeople will need to be reviewed. A recommendation for the company would be to give a newly recruited salesman a salary plus a bonus, for example. Lastly, another area of attention would be the organization financial requirements for this increased pay and a planned incentive strategy. Thank you.